How are you? Thank you so much for being here today. Have you ever heard of Ella Langley? I mean, probably by the time you listen to this, she won't be as popular. Or maybe she's even more popular than now. But lately, she has been blowing up, and everyone's know her, including me. Never thought in my wildest dream that I would listen to a female country singer. You know, not trying to be shady or it's not really my forte, not my type of music. But then her vibe, it's like Matthew McConaughey version of a female. Very laid back and just it's make you feel good when you listen to her. And in one of the songs, she say, being rich is a state of mind. And I took it as, yeah, maybe. She's right. You don't have to be rich to be rich. You don't have to have a lot of money to be rich. But then I've been sitting here trying to figure it out. A date to make an appointment to go see the dentist, because one of my teeth, whatever, it's been hurting, especially when I eat or chew something sweet or sour. It had that sharp pain, whatever it is. But then I don't know how I'm gonna pay for it, and I'm wondering if they're gonna take credit card. And I'm still waiting for my paycheck, but then I got rent to pay, got all these bills, so I'm trying to do a calculation whether I have enough money to go to the dentist. Yes, that's where I am in life right now. But I'm not complaining. I'm not saying all these things to make it seem like I'm a victim or trying to be depressed. But sometimes life just happen. You fucked up and you just feel the consequences. But sometimes it's also teaches you to grow the fuck up, and stop whining and figure things out. Yeah, because being rich is a state of mind. And I think it's kind of true. Yeah. Just like sleeping. You gotta pretend that you were sleeping. That you were asleep. Then slowly you drip into sleeping mode. Just like other things in life. You just kind of have to pretend. Not pretend, but to act like you already have it. So you could have it. Oh gosh. This is why I hate doing podcast late at night. Because my brain isn't as good as it would be in the morning. It's like now I'm saying random things and just, the grammar is terrible. I mean, it's bad, but it's worse if I do it now. But I couldn't sleep, so I figured I would do an episode. I hope you've been having a good day. I had a good day. Some of the clients that I talked to today, they were nice. Very nice. Fun ladies. I give you that much. But I forgot to ask for her name now. But she says she's gonna come and see me again. And this girl, I'm not attracted to her or anything. But she was funny. She used to work at a salon. And yeah, all in and out. How a salon works, that. She worked for the Asian people. And the owner name is Tammy. And she was telling me how Tammy, he always seems to be so mean. But then it turned out she's a very, very nice person. And she was always fear these purple potato. And they look very odd. But they're very good. And then she was telling me some other funny story about the salon in her life, but I forgot. But it was very, very interesting. And I think that's what I like so much about this job, that you get to talk to so many different people coming from different backgrounds, having different kind of jobs, different experiences. And then you talk to them, and sometimes you feel like you're a therapist. Most of the time. Because these ladies who would come in, and get their nails done, and to be talking about their life, right? And some are going through a divorce. Some are having a midlife crisis. Some are just bored and have nothing to do. So they just go in there and get their nails done. Some are, losing loved ones. Some are celebrating their birthday. Like, you have all these sorts of stories, and every single person that walks in that door has a story to tell. And it's just something about it. It's so interesting if you really think about it. Everyone has a story. Everyone is their main character in their story. And when I talk to them, and then when they started to talk about themselves, their eyes light up. And it's just like you can feel that they're enjoying themselves when they talk about themselves and tell me, what it's like to be them. And I find it very interesting. It's just like you're living someone else's life. Well, not in that sense, but when you learn about someone and you learn so much more about them than what they appear to be on the outside. When you look at someone, you tend to judge them by the way they dress, by the way that they talk, and how they, dress themselves, or how they act around other people. But then when you really talk to them, you really get to know them, most of the time people are just very interesting. Everyone. But I feel like most people I talk to, they are very, very good at hiding the things that they're running from, pretending like they're okay. But in reality, they're not. I know, you might think I'm crazy, So that's how I felt when I look into their eyes. It's just weird. These people, when you look at them, you'd be like, huh, she probably had her life figured out. Huh, she probably having the best time of her life, or whatever it is. But then when you talk to them, you learn so much about them, and then you realize that everyone going through hard times. Everyone has some sort of trauma in their life, whether from losing loved ones or being in a family where the parents are fighting all the time, or the parents are divorced, or you're not being loved, feel like you're being loved by your family. All these sort of things. Whether it is family, careers, we are going through something. And sometimes I get caught up in my own life, and I think, gosh, why all these things keep on happening to me? But I think it's the same with other people, too. They're dealing with their struggles. Everyone has their own struggles. But the difference is, maybe the question is, do you have what it takes to overcome it? To find the will to sit in silence and face the truth, face the things that you've been running from, instead of trying to find something to fill that gap, something to keep yourself occupied, so you don't have to think about these things, these problems, these headaches, these things that you're running from. And you keep on saying, I'll deal with that later. But that later won't come. And then we wonder why whenever we look at the calendar and we're like, fuck, how did all these time gone by so fast? I feel like part of it is just because you've been numbing yourself out. Doing the same things over and over again every day. 10 days, 20 days, a month, 2 months, 3 months turn into a weeks, because every day is the same. And you're not liking where you are. But you can't find the will to walk away from this life that you have. And it's hard, isn't it? But it does get better. I'm living the days that back then I thought to myself, if I ever gotten to this point in life where I am in life right now, I wouldn't know what to do. I would probably give up. And I'm right there right now. And it's not as bad as you thought it would. And sometimes maybe this is a blessing in disguise, even though right now, looking like a shitbag disaster. But like someone said, sometimes you gotta go through the bad ones so you could get to the good one. Maybe I'm going through the bad ones right now. so it could prepare me for the good ones that are coming. Just gotta have faith. Have faith that it will work out just the way they were meant to be. But at the same time, you gotta stop fucking around and start over. Do it again. Do the things that you always say you would do, but you're so afraid of taking the action, taking the first step. Post that video, post that podcast, post that whatever it is that you want to post. Do whatever it is that you want to do. Go to wherever you want to go. Because nothing will matter in the end. One day we're all gonna die. And I'm not trying to be dramatic, not trying to be doom and gloom, but to know that one day we're gonna die. One day we're gonna lay on that deathbed. What's saying? Oh gosh. One day we're gonna lay on that deathbed, and we're gonna look back at these days either with regret or a smile on our face, knowing that we did the best we could with all that we had. Am I doing the best I could with all that I have right now? Or I've been just fucking around and hoping for things to get better and not even trying at all? What am I doing? But it's hard, it's hard. It's easy to say, oh, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go to bed early. But I'm sitting here trying to debate myself not to go to bed early right now. It's hard. It's hard to break out your routine, your habits. Doing something different than what you always used to be doing. That is very, very, very hard. But sometimes you have no other choice. Life is gonna slap you in the face with a brick. Just like how I am right now. It'll wake you up. It'll wake you up. Trust me. Things are gonna get worse. And it's a good thing. Because once you get to a point in life where you're just like, fuck, I'm cooked. There's no way out other than this right here. And somehow, some way, your body just do it. Just go for it, even if it feels uncomfortable. And that's what I'm gonna try right now. Go to bed a little earlier than what I used to. Get up early, hit the gym, cook something, go to work. And that would be the win for tomorrow. Nothing crazy, but just need to show up again. And again. And again. Thank you so much for being here today, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.